10 signs the girl that you are currently dating or the girl that you just see in the street that you might want to date might be promiscuous and sleep around and have she might have a large body count, let's just put it that way. I'm going to break down 10 identifiers, 10 things that might help you identify a promiscuous girl and what they mean. Before we kick it off, I'm Dave, and this channel is dedicated to giving you no bullshit novel dating advice for the modern man. In the description, you can fill out the form and get some coaching with me. No matter where you are in the world, just fill out the form and we can do some coaching. So, let's get into it. 10 signs that you might be dating a promiscuous girl and she may cheat on you, or just a promiscuous girl that you might want to have a one-night stand with. 1, obviously, she's a party girl. A girl that cannot stay at home. She's not comfortable at home. She has to be outside all the time. She needs the validation from the club. She needs to be out, surrounded by people and getting this attention all the time. What does this mean? Well, it means that she needs excitement. And the type of girl who can't sit still, can't stay at home, needs to go out all the time and always needs excitement, well, what's an exciting thing that they can do? Well, they could sleep with a strange guy and cheat on you. 2, she has too many male friends. Sometimes there's girls that like to friend zone a lot of guys, but the vast majority of them, what this means is she's addicted to the attention from men. This is a warning sign because, well, what happens if she gets a bit tired of your attention? Well, she might like to get some attention from a strange man. 3, tattoos and piercings. Now, tattoos and piercings, it's a little bit of a confusing one. A lot of people say that. From my personal experience, I have field tested this, and a lot of the girls that do have a lot of tattoos and piercings, they're not necessarily that promiscuous in my personal experience. But what tattoos and piercings does say about a girl is that she's impulsive. She doesn't necessarily care too much what people think about her and being judged. She thinks she's above it all, which means that shaming her about, slut shaming or whatever, she's impervious to that, and she's impulsive. Impulsivity means that she might be out sometime, a cute guy comes along, a jacked guy, and she might be so impulsive to just sleep with him and cheat on you. 4, she wears revealing clothing. This is kind of obvious, I would dare say. She's wearing revealing clothing, like really small skirts, and she's got her boobs out. She's wearing skimpy little clothing, even though it might be too cold to be wearing such clothing. What that tends to mean is that she's used to people touching her in private areas, and she's a little bit immune. She's built up resistance to it, so therefore when you touch her in these places that are revealed to everybody and people can see it, people look at it all the time, and if she's beautiful, she's visibly going to be feeling the stimulation all the time. That is a sign that she slept around with a lot of guys, because it's being almost naked all the time is almost the same as being touched all the time, to some extent, if you kind of get what I'm trying to say. 5, she believes in fate. She believes that things just happen. She reads the horoscopes and she believes in the secret. This type of woman is the type of woman that will look for signs that give her the go-ahead to sleep with new guys. It means that she lacks emotional control. She's a leaf in the wind. A guy comes along and it must be fate. He was presented to me and it happened to be at this moment. She lacks emotional control and she's more likely to cheat on you. 6. So, Yeah, this is a good one. She swears and cusses. She uses profanity. Uh, this is a very bad sign. Girls that swear and cuss and they have this attitude, they don't believe in purity. They're fighting purity. This is what it means. A pure girl. They're fighting that inner pure girl. They have nothing but disdain for that inner pure girl, so they're fighting it with by swearing and profanity. She's cussing people out here and there, and if she doesn't value purity, that means that she values impurity, and that means denigrating her body, sleeping around with lots of men, things like that. That means that she is more likely to cheat on you. 7, her friends are promiscuous. Now this is a really good one, and it is a really good sign. If her friends are sleeping around, if her friends are cheating on their boyfriends, if her friends are sleeping with lots of different guys, well, guess what she does? You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If her friends are constantly cheating and sleeping around, if she cheats on you, she's not going to be judged. She's not going to be slut-shamed. They're not going to even bother her with it at all. If anything, they might praise her and encourage her cheating on you. So if her friends are promiscuous, that is a huge warning sign that she's probably cheating on you too. 8. She rushes into a relationship. So it's early on in the relationship and it's like a one-night stand, you're on the first date. She wants to get straight into a relationship fast. Well, what does this mean? Well, it means that she's making up for lost time. It means that all of her previous relationships have failed. And if all of her previous relationships have failed, well, she needs to make up lost time by making this next relationship and supercharge it. Get right into the relationship fast. She needs to get things happening because of the lost time in the past. And if there's lost time that she's making up now, that means she's slept with a lot of guys in the past. That means she's less likely to pair bond with you. And in the future, she's more likely to cheat on you. 9. Yes, she's a drinker or she takes drugs. So you might just think, oh, okay, well, she's drinking and taking drugs, and then if she sleeps with someone, it's not her fault. Maybe this means that she's drinking and taking drugs and using that as an excuse to sleep on you, to sleep around and cheat on you, sorry. But that's not necessarily what it means. What it really means is that she's easily tempted. So that means if someone puts a drink in front of her, she can't say no. If someone puts drugs in front of her, or a cigarette or tobacco or something in front of her, if it gives her even the slightest hit of pleasure, she'll take it. She cannot resist temptation. So what do you think happens when a guy comes and presents himself offering a little bit of pleasure? Well, she can't say no to pleasure of drugs. She's not going to say no to pleasure of a male coming along. This means that she's more likely to be tempted by other men, and therefore she's more likely to cheat on you. 10. 10 is something that a lot of guys don't necessarily go with. And 10 is your gut. You feel that something is not right. It just feels wrong. I can't trust her. You can't trust her. People tell you that you're paranoid. She tells you that you're paranoid. But you don't trust her and you feel like something's wrong. Well, I would usually go with your gut. There's a reason why your gut feels this way. It's because there's a good chance she's cheating on you. Things might not add up. Where she goes doesn't add up. She's texting people and hiding her phone. She's supposed to be in certain areas, and she hides her tracks really well, but it just feels like you're missing something. Your subconscious has actually picked up on something, and you are trying to block it because it's something that you don't want to actually see. There's a very good chance that she is cheating on you and you're not paranoid. I would go with the paranoia and the gut over the idea that you have some sort of mental illness and you're jealous and paranoid for no reason. There's usually a good reason why you're paranoid, because she's up to something, and that's 10. So if you like this video, click the subscribe button, and if you want some coaching, one-on-one coaching with me, fill out the form and we can get on with some coaching. I talk about dating, relationships, but I mainly focus on cold approach and bringing more girls into your life, because that's the fun stuff. The sweet art of cold approach. I love this stuff. And if you like this video, click the subscribe button and I'll see you guys in the next video.